happening simultaneously. Maybe you could work together with another teacher to have them do interviews. They can do them outside of class, and then like take a picture and then talk about this person in their class. Of course, they can do the same thing with the other English teachers in the community or in the school. Okay. They can do a photo documentary. This goes along with the storytelling of an event or a holiday. They can use written explanations or verbal. This can be used in part with the international exchange. You could pair them up one-on-one to exchange or as a class. Self-portraits, selfies. Okay, students take selfies all the time, but for the self-portrait, I would encourage them to be more creative. Maybe use a timer or have a different way of taking a portrait and then talking about it. So you can have about me paragraphs for beginning level students, or you could write autobiographies for your more advanced and have a beautiful self-portrait. And you could go online and show students examples of different creative self-portraits, not just this, right? There's all kinds of ways we can take self-portraits. So it's another way for them to not only express themselves visually, but then to connect it to their written expression, which makes it more personal, which makes it more interesting. So that's a way to get them involved with that. This is one of my favorite, and I need to get the video from this. I did this in Japan. I went around the school and I found many pieces of broken things. So like a part of a chair. I found a stick. I found a tube for something. I'm sure in your schools you have no junk, right? Yeah, all schools have junk hidden somewhere. So I brought into the class this big table of junk, all kinds of junk. I put them into different groups and they drew a number. So if you have number 1, you can come and choose your piece of junk first. And then each group had a piece of junk that they had to sell. So they had to come up with an infomercial selling their junk. What is it? Is it the Brainomaniac 2000? Right? They had to first brainstorm as a group. What is our junk? How are we going to sell it? And they are so hilarious and so creative. They're so creative. Then they have to make an infomercial. What's an infomercial? Every country has it. It's a commercial but longer, right? Introducing our new product. Da 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 da. Okay? Only 290 grivna. But if you call now, we'll give you a second one for free, right? These are infomercials. And the students know them because they're in every country. And they know the format. You introduce the product, then you have testimonials. So some of the other students will be like, I tried this product and look what it did for me, right? And so they know the format of it. You could film these and watch them as a class, or you could just demonstrate in the class, but they're really, really funny. And I hope the next time I do this presentation, I'll have a video of it, because my videos are actually in Japan. I need to get those from them. So really funny, really creative. The students love it. At first they're just like, what? You know how they shut off their creativity brains. But once they start brainstorming with their group, you hear laughter and they start getting into it. It's really cool. Okay, and then how-to videos are always really good. So explain to someone in the United States how to make Vernadskiy. Or explain to someone in the United States how to, how to do a traditional dance. Or explain to your friends how to ride a skateboard. Okay? Yeah, how to make your braid. Okay, but they have to be very detailed. Is they have to think the person they're talking to has no idea. No idea. So they have to practice this. They have to write a script, and then they have to film it and put them together. And these can be put onto YouTube. They can be shared with the class, or they can be shared with your international exchange if you have partnered up with someone. They're really awesome, and you can learn a lot from them too. I've learned a lot from these. Okay. And once again, These are just a few places we can share our projects, our albums, but nowadays it's unlimited. So this is already out of date because there's about 50 more. And the students know them, they're the first to know them. So there's all kinds of free ways of sharing, of exchanging, and that's really a benefit for us as teachers, for sure. Okay. All right, so I always like to finish with a sharing time. So in your groups, maybe 4 or 5, I'd like you to share how do you use photo or video in your classrooms now? What are some projects, some different things you do? If you don't currently use it, what are some things that you think you might be able to use it for, just like yesterday's sharing? So I'll give you some time to share and go ahead. Speak with your colleagues.